They were just trying to take money. He didn't have to kill him. Shut up. I've watched criminals do things to people that I still can't unsee.
Gunfire erupted in Miami Gardens after a food delivery driver arrived to drop off an order of banana pudding. According to
This happened because of banana pudding. I'm thinking he robbing him or something. It don't even matter what it was. If it was some merchandise, not the banana pudding.
to the police report, the driver was making the delivery when 20-year-old Demetrius Travis and 19-year-old Jabari Thomas allegedly tried to rob him. Investigators say Thomas even got into the backseat of the driver's car and at one point allegedly put a gun to the driver's head. Records show the two.
What's up? It's your boy Suzy Rock and it's Suzy Rock like Faction Fit Aguilar. Before you get into the video, let's think it. Now wait for waking this episode before dinner and bless with Punch get some mercy, get some mercy. Oh, thank you. Yes, you feels will break support the support making a black man schmuck. I'll go out. This is a video by how y'all doing though? I'll go out. Neighbor stomping and romping up there. As usual. Come on. It's from we're reacting to this guy's video right here. Okay. They tried to rob an armed delivery driver. It ended badly. Yeah, I stay blessed, not stressed. You're truly one-on-one. Doing a DoorDash, the FedEx, UPSs, any mail or someone else's property, someone else's goods, delivering it. It can be stressful for me. Any type of labor job. But he came armed. For me, that's like going to the warehouse armed up. You feel me? Ain't playing no games. Check it out.
Banana pudding. Somebody in Miami Gardens looked at a man delivering banana pudding and thought, yeah, that's the lick. That's the come up. That's the play that's going to change my life. It changed his life, all right.
Now to some new details about a delivery driver who turned the tables on someone he says was trying to rob him.
And Belkey's, that delivery driver, was here on this block in Miami Gardens, like you mentioned. He allegedly turned the tables on an alleged robber and ended up shooting and killing him.
One after the other, gunshots fly Thursday afternoon along this Miami Gardens block, killing one. Investigators describe it as a failed robbery attempt, and the person who died may have been the alleged robber.
And I just hear like a shower of bullets. It was like back to back, like 7 times.
Neighbors recall hearing a dozen or so shots just shy of 2 o'clock.
Yo, what is going on with people trying to rob delivery drivers right now? Because I did a video last week out in Virginia about a delivery driver who had to pull his gun on somebody trying to rob him. And now here we are again, same script, different city. And at this point, I'm starting to think the delivery drivers have a whole coalition going on that nobody told the rest of us about, because they're collectively done playing with y'all.
Near Northwest 34th Court and 35th Avenue. Cell phone video captures the alleged shooter pacing back and forth. Some neighbors say he told them he was a food delivery guy.
He told me that the guy tried to rob him, had a mask and gun, and tried to rob him.
And the guy came up to us very nervously. He's like, do you guys have any recording of anything that happened? You know, because I was being robbed.
That right there, that little detail of him walking up to a stranger with his hand shaking, asking if somebody had any footage. That's a man who already understands that the fight he just survived was only the first one. And I want you to hold on to that because we're coming back to it.
Got a 20-year-old male. He's got 3 gunshots, one to the leg, abdomen, and one to the face.
And I saw the body of a young man laying down on the ground next to the car.
7 Skyforce hovering above as officers focused on this Toyota, a gun seen nearby. Hours later, the car tagged and towed as investigators work this case of claimed self-defense.
Now the local news is being careful with it. Allege this and claim that, which is fine. That's their job, but the police report fills in the parts that make your stomach turn.
Now the police report and all the story is, so it's self-defense and he just shot 7 times, okay, but if it's now, like, they could really try to say him shooting that many times is crazy, depending on the state. We're in Florida and the self-defense, standing your ground laws, okay, should be. All right. They said they trying to rob him.
A burst of gunfire erupted in Miami Gardens after a food delivery driver arrived to drop off an order of banana pudding. According to
This happened because of banana pudding. I'm thinking he robbing him or something. It don't even matter what it was. If it was some merchandise, not a banana pudding.
to the police report, the driver was making the delivery when 20-year-old Demetrius Travis and 19-year-old Jabari Thomas allegedly tried to rob him. Investigators say Thomas even got into the backseat of the driver's car and at one point allegedly put a gun to the driver's head. Records show the two men were also trying to access the driver's Cash App when the driver reached for his own gun and opened fire. Police say Travis was shot in the leg, chest, and face. Travis, pictured here in a mugshot from a 2025 Miami-Dade case, was killed. And now his alleged crime partner, Jabari Thomas, is facing murder charges.
So they weren't even satisfied with whatever
Oh, snap, they put the murder on this homie? Oh, no.
cash this man had on him. They wanted into his phone. They wanted his account. They wanted every dollar he'd worked for that week. And one of them is sitting behind him in his own back seat with a gun to his head while they do it. Man, leave people alone. Everybody out here is hurting to some degree. Everybody's got something going on. But the man is working. He's driving somebody else's dinner across town for a few dollars and a tip. And y'all looked at that and saw a target? That's what criminality is, though. It doesn't have compassion. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't sit there and weigh whether you can afford to lose what it's taking. It just does whatever it wants to do. And that is exactly why you cannot legislate this away. Delivery drivers, rideshare drivers, all of y'all, carry. I don't know what Uber's policy says. I don't know what DoorDash says. I don't know what any of these companies put in their terms of service. And respectfully, I don't care. Because none of those companies are riding with you at 2 p.m. or in the morning into an address you've never seen in your life. You are driving into unknown situations in unknown neighborhoods with strangers who know exactly when you're arriving and exactly where you'll be standing. For all y'all know,
you peep, when that one time they put the dude's face that did the shooting, but they gave the other one who survived, the other suspect who survived the shooting, those murder charges instead of the dude who did the murdering because of self-defense. But they didn't show his face. Not all put his name up here. They just said the delivery driver.
Delivering food to
Normally they put their face. You feel me? I don't know.
Afghanistan and carry the camera too.
I don't know.
Not the little dash cam that only watches the road. Get the one that records the front of your car, the interior, and the rear. And then put an extended battery in it so it keeps rolling 24 hours after you shut the car off. I've done it in all my cars. It costs you, it's not cheap. I'm just gonna put it like that. It ain't cheap, but it's worth it. And it will speak for you on the worst day of your life when your own voice is shaking too hard to. And notice it was two of them. Two of these guys almost always work in pairs or better because the numbers are the whole strategy. One occupies you while the other one gets behind you, which is precisely how a man ended up with a gun to his skull from his own back seat. Now, I already know what's coming in the comments because it always comes. They were just trying to take money. He didn't have to kill him. Shut up. I've watched criminals do things to people that I still can't unsee. Vile, emotionless, inhuman things. And I'm not about to hand my life over to a man who's willing to put a gun in my head and let him be the one to decide whether I go home that night based on whether he's satisfied with what's in my wallet. That's the deal you're offering. Trust the armed strangers move. Nah. And there's the other one, the magazine capacity crowd, the people who want to tell a man in the driver's seat that 10 rounds ought to be plenty. Plenty for what? He's boxed into a car. He can't back up. He can't create distance. He's got one behind him and one at the window. And you want to hand him an arbitrary number somebody picked out the air in a legislative session and tell him that's the ceiling on his own survival? The whole point of the Second Amendment is to empower the person who didn't ask for the fight. And yet every single restriction they push does the opposite. And they never, ever aim any of it at the criminal. Every conversation, every bill, every press conference is about how to make it harder for the armed citizen because they don't live around this. They don't deal with this. And deep down, they see you as a threat.
So far this afternoon, police have not identified the two men involved in yesterday's incident. The investigation continues.
Investigation continues. That's the part nobody puts on the highlight reel. He was detained. His car got tagged and towed. Right now, this man is sitting somewhere waiting to find out whether the state of Florida agrees with the decision his body made in a half a second. Your shoot can be clean and you still get looked at because the detective wasn't there and the prosecutor wasn't there. And the only person left to tell the story is you, whatever evidence you brought with you. And that's really the position they've got us all standing in. Right. Do the right thing, survive, and then go prove you deserved it. Every headline frames the armed citizen as the problem and the criminal as a circumstance. Every new bill starts from the assumption that you're the one who needs managing. It wears on people. I've had folks tell me they feel weird even saying it out loud that they carry, like it's something to keep quiet about. You didn't do anything wrong. Wanting to make it home is the most normal instinct a human being has, and there's nothing to apologize for in it. So I made this America 2A hat. Distressed America with a bullet where the eye's supposed to be. Front, standing for what the foundation of this country was the ability to exercise your constitutional rights so that you could protect yourself. That's what this means. And we have them in shirts, we have them in hats, we got them in different colors and different styles. And I'll put a link in the description section for you to check it out. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And
Like, comment, subscribe, watch live.